Next Level Nation podcast.
Next Level Nation podcast. That's right. You got your boy King D Money.
TTMT, Talented Mr. Taylor.
And we are here interviewing
Phoenix.
That's right. Phoenix is in the building, y'all. I said, I know this lady. I said, I know. From everything, from every spoken word I've ever been impacted at.
Interesting.
She's probably been there. And I haven't been to a lot, but the impression is still there. So, where we at?
We are at the Autistic concert that A Stone is presenting for autism today. So it's gonna be beautiful at the park, right?
Yes, sir.
So Phoenix, without any further ado, he knows more about you than I do.
So you feel in the dark a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it to the light.
Bring it to the light.
So actually, my name is Rebecca Phoenix Bonds, formerly known as Butterfly.
Okay.
I actually went under the Butterfly moniker for 23 years.
Oh wow.
But my life path number is 11.
Okay.
March is my birthday month. So on March 11th, I changed my artist name to Phoenix. Reason being is because I just came from like a interesting dark journey, especially as a full-time poet. I am a full-time poet.
Oh, wow.
Next month, May, is actually my 28th anniversary of gracing mics and going to open mics.
Nice.
And then August of this year, 23 years that I've been a full-time poet. Like, this is what I do, all I do.
Wow.
And
full-time, all day long.
Oh yeah. I rap like toilet paper all the way out the door.
Okay. All right.
And
So comes up.
I'm here because I'm very familiar with the autistic, spectrum, as well as its particular own arena.
Okay.
I have actually been a poetic voice.
Okay.
In past autism, events that have been carried on.
Yes.
And I'm here for A Stone, even though it's a drive-by, because my Saturdays are usually where I'm 2 to 4 gigs in a day.
Wow.
So when he sent me the flyer about maybe 2 weeks ago, Max out now.
Yeah.
And I saw that it was for today, and I was like, oh my God. But I'm very big on, if you want to be there, you will be there.
True.
You have people that they're like, oh, I wanted to come to your event, but there is no but.
Yeah, exactly. One refutes everything else.
You make time
Yeah.
for who you want to make time for and for what you want to make time for. So I was like, okay, the event, is from 11 to 4. The other event that I have to be to doesn't start until 1, with a window frame of wanting to be there at least by 12:30, 12:45. So I told him, I said, I could come, but I can only stay for a good hour.
Yeah.
He was like, that's no problem, that's fine. But me and A Stone go way back a good 25 years.
Oh wow, yeah.
So,
I'm very well known for freestyling my poetry.
Okay.
Like 95 to almost 99% of the time you've ever crossed my path at an event, it's a poem that all of us are hearing for the first time.
Can we get a little taste? I mean, because I haven't really experienced a little taste. Can we get a taste?
Just a little.
Just a little bit. You don't have to go a whole thing. Just get a little taste.
For every next level in your life, there's always going to be new devils. But make sure that those new devils get a pinch of what the last devils got. In other words, you won't be defeated. You will conquer. You will be victorious. It's just a matter of you believing in you.
What?
Yes.
I'll clap it up for you. Awesome. How do you keep all that stuff in your mind? Like, how do you remember all
To
this
be
stuff?
honest, I love words.
Yeah.
Because there's, like I say, there's been times, like before COVID, I probably wouldn't be sitting here, meaning that my Saturdays are normally literally triple to quadruple, where I'm performing 4 to 5 times in one day, starting from the top of the morning, afternoon, into the evening. I just love words.
Yeah.
So like several years ago, almost double-digit years ago, in one day, I had 2 funerals, a baby shower, a wedding, and a birthday party.
How do you keep up doing all this? You exercising outside of this?
The emotional
So,
roller coaster.
yeah, exactly. But I love words, so it's just a matter of me, getting a little piece of information on the person or on the event, just to know the direction I want to go during the poem. I love music. I fell in love with music at the age of 5. Got into poetry at 10. So,
Oh, wow.
as an adult and performing, I music too.
Okay.
So,
Gil Scott,
yeah.
Aaron Tyler.
Yeah.
So who's your inspiration?
Langston Hughes was my inspiration for
Okay.
poetry.
Okay.
For music, I love everything. Jazz, R&B, everything music. I was so excited for a wedding that I eventually was booked for.
Okay.
And I was so excited that I was able to sing the Jackson 5, remade by True. All I do is think of you.
Okay.
I was so happy. And then one of the funerals that I did, the children, their mother's name was Gloria.
Okay.
And so I walked up the aisle towards her casket singing, a snippet of Gloria.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Even the son, after, when we were at the repast, he was like, butterfly. He made me cry. Huh? He was like, why you had to go there, baby girl? Why you had to do me like that?
Yeah.
But, with Dave Stone, there was a restaurant in North Miami, 135th Street, I think it was. And he was actually, the book talent, for that night. And I was there, and he had this one song that he was doing. And he was like, come join me on this song. And I did.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
vibed. And so, we've been vibing ever since. And there's been times where we're both booked for the same event and don't know until we get there and see each other.
Yeah.
And so,
The synchrony, right?
yeah.
I noticed that you had the butterflies on the shirt.
Yeah. This is a signature shirt. This shirt is actually 23 years old.
Okay.
I bought it at a store in St. Louis that's kind of similar to our Big Lots here. And so,
So what's on the horizon for Phoenix?
Well, just continue doing what I'm doing. Like I say, May, I'm very much looking forward to May because, it's the anniversary of when I started going to open mics 28 years ago. I'm also excited. There's a young lady, TJ Hope, she's an author, but 9 years ago, she started an open mic night called Love Jones, the Open Mic Experience.
Okay.
So we're celebrating our 9th anniversary on May 8th. It's a night that we do the second Thursday of the month. And we have, all talent, poets, singers, rappers, comedians. Sometimes in these 9 years we've had dancers.
Okay.
We've had magicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
White
Because it's
magician.
basically whatever your talent is. And so we're at a new venue that is so sexy. And very much what you call an illusion, meaning that on the outside you would not even fathom that the inside looks like what it does.
Yeah.
And that's this kind of venue. It's called Osaki.
Okay.
And they're fresh. They
Okay.
just pretty much opened up in November. They're right off of Commercial and 441.
Okay. Osaki.
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 Shout out. Shout out Osaki.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to. And then I've been going to go to New Orleans in June for Topics of Distinction. It's their annual conference convention, but it's also their 60th anniversary. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
Nice.
Y'all
Excellent.
heard it here.
Yeah. Next level.
Pop me first.
Yeah.
There we go. Guys, you heard it here, right here, on the Next Level Nation podcast. Now, make sure y'all go and check out Phoenix.
Where can we find you?
I'm on Facebook under Rebecca Phoenix Vaughns. That's RECCA Phoenix, PHOENIX Vaughns. Baughans, Baughans, and then yeah, because my last name is not common with the S.
Okay.
So I have to
Specifically
emphasize
say it.
that twice. And then I'm on Instagram under Soulful Poet, SOULFUL Poet 72.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Catch y'all later, man.
Catch y'all later.
Peace.
Appreciate
Hey, man. We're right here, man. Right here on the Next Level Nation podcast. That's right. We are here. We got some very distinguished guests today, man, with some people you really ought to look up to.
Yeah.
Today, your Florida Commissioner on Ethics, former state representative for the district, District 109, 14 years.
14 years.
Dr. James Bush III. Thank you for coming on, man. This look, we don't get guests this prominent up here, man. So we need you to walk us through this, man. What do you do as a commissioner on Ethics?
Let me first of all say how delighted I am to have been invited to come and to be a part of this podcast.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's first and foremost. Secondly, you asked me what we do on the Commission on Ethics. Well, I was appointed, number one, by the former Speaker of the House, Reynolds, who was an outgoing speaker. It's a 9-member panel of commissioners. And what we do is that we listen to cases that's been levied against elected officials, such as mayors, such as commissioners, state workers, different politicians who might have had someone to file a complaint against them. So what our first and foremost responsibility, our fiduciary responsibility, is to listen to the information, all of the information that we gather. We line it up with the statutes and see whether or not there's any violations of the Florida statutes or any improprieties. And then we determine whether or not, after we vote as a 9-member panel, whether or not there's probable cause. Probable cause meaning to move it now to an administrative judge or moving it to the next level, whether it's going to be criminal or whether it's going to be civil. So we are not judges, but we do functions in the manner of judges. We actually.
I was just about to say that for the people out there. It was something to that effect, but not actually that.
It's a judiciary, almost like a judiciary committee. We kind of like, I thought I had when I first got elected in 1992 in the Florida legislature. As you said, I've served 14 years in the Florida House. I started reading the statutes, and sometimes that can be very difficult. And up to this day, I'm still reading statutes. And now, being appointed to the commission, it just keeps me in that in the Florida statutes, because you have to make sure when you're looking at these cases, you have to make sure that it lines up with the Florida statute. And if it violates any part of that Florida statute, then that's what makes it illegal. And so it just keeps me constantly looking at statutes, reading cases, and to see whether or not individuals, because you really want to be fair to those individuals that come before the commission.
Right. You want to do apples to apples.
That's
and
right.
To oranges instead of
a person is innocent until they are what? Proven guilty. And you know how this society is. They try you. Yeah. They try you in the press before you can even have an opportunity to even seek for legal advice or a legal attorney. So you have to go through all of that. So I'm always about making sure that justice prevails. I want to make sure that no innocent person is locked up or taken advantage of. Dr. King said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Everywhere. Even in here, y'all cut it up, man. Cut it out. You can't be judging me with your eyes, man. Like I was saying, man, this is. If you haven't been informed today that this podcast is moving up in our guests and moving up in knowledge, we're giving you guys next level stuff, man. This is not going to be the regular podcast. So, Dirk, you got any questions?
I do have some.
Because we got to get Mr. Bush out to the parade, man.
He's a grand marshal.
Marshal, man.
We're on a time restraint. We got to get as many luminaries as we can. Now, Representative Bush, how did you even get into this position?
It's my calling. I was predestined from the foundation of the world. God knew.
Amen.
He knew my calling even before I came out of my mother's womb.
Yeah.
And so what I do is not on my own doing. My steps, according to the scriptures, my steps are ordered by the Lord. And I really do believe that the things that like today, my friend who invited me here, A-Stone.
Shout out to A-Stone.
A-Stone is a good young man. He knows both of my sons.
Okay.
They have worked together on certain projects. Yeah. And when he called me some time back, he said, man, I really want you to come and be the Grand Marshal. Yeah. I said, well, I'm out of town on that Friday at the Commission on Ethics, because that's when we meet. I said, but I'm going to make sure whatever it takes, whether I have to drive back from Tallahassee or ride, catch a flight or a bus, I'm going to be back here to be a part of this. And so this is why I'm here, is to support A-Stone, because it is his generation, it's your generations that's going down and take upon what is passed on to you guys, and you're going to embellish upon that to take it to another level. Your podcast, certainly I can see with the previous guest you had on, I think her name was Butterfly.
Yes, Butterfly.
And
Butterfly
I have watched Butterfly over the years, and certainly she is a jewel to this community. And so y'all continue to do what you do, and learn as much as you can about your history and those who have helped build the foundation. One of the things that we do have to get past, your generation, is that y'all have to think outside the box. Don't be committed to no parties. Be committed to the principles, and you be committed to the things that affect your community and affect you. And if it doesn't line up, with your values, and if it goes against all the things that you have been taught, then you totally reject it, because if not, we'll be going along with the same old game that our foreparents have gone on for the last 60 years. It's a new day, and it certainly should be a new way. Einstein said, insanity is that if you do something the same way over and over and expect to get different results, I got to look this way, different result, then that's what the definition of insanity. So your generation must be able to think outside the box. Don't be persuaded by any parties. If you can register for parties, we all Democrats and all maybe Republicans or independent, but when it comes down to making a decision, you think for yourself, you decipher, you read, you gather information, and when you come to the conclusion that it's not going to be against your principles and morals, then that's when you make that ultimate decision. And it's always been traditionally, if you are an African-American male and you think independently, you tend to get punished by the Democratic Party. So they use their resources, they use their influence and the media to discredit you and send out false information on you. So, but don't let that be a deterrent. You have to pay the cost. Because if you want the truth to go forth, and you want your people and the next generation to not be slaves, but to be independent thinkers, and so they can be liberated to the point where they can help liberate their community.
Absolutely.
Yes. Look, guys, leveling up. We're gonna let Mr. Bush. We're gonna let our representative get to the festivities, man. Right here at the A-Stone Autism Awareness concert. There's music there.
There's a concert out here, man.
There's music
out here, man.
There's gonna be music. If y'all haven't heard the band outside, I thought it was something else going on. There's a band outside, man, and we got the people leading the band today in here with us right here on the Next Level Nation podcast. See y'all later, man. Peace. Thanks for coming with us. Let's get it going right here on the Next Level Nation podcast. That's right, y'all. Y'all understand we're out here at A-Stone's Autism Awareness
concert.
Correct, exactly. Sir.
Concert. So concert. What happens at a concert, Dirk?
So we have some great music out here. A-Stone's performing. We got a couple different artists, independent artists, local artists that are performing, and we have some great luminaries such as Will Covington that's out here, a Grammy award-winning artist as well. So we want to bake him up, basically.
Woo! Let's go. Do y'all understand? Look, man. I feel like I'm in the shadow of some musical giants today, man. Some representatives. We just met with some representatives. We met with some of South Florida's best.
Best poets as well.
You understand? Best poets, best people out here, and we're just elated to have Will Covington on today, man.
Honored.
Clap it up one more time.
Clap it up for you. You gotta clap it up. Man, he's just basically a wealth of knowledge, sir. Like he's been giving us all the game, all the free game, without selling it. You're supposed to sell the game.
And they tell you it's supposed to be sold and not told.
Exactly, but you've been giving it to us.
But it's okay because you guys are young, and I feel like you need to know.
Thank you. I
you
appreciate
need to know because if you don't know, let me tell you something. This music industry will eat your lives.
Yeah,
it will eat your lives.
So, Mr. Covington, let us know exactly where you come from, where you're born, and how you got into the industry, how you got into the situation.
Well, if I tell you, I'm not going to tell you where I was born, but I'll tell you where I was raised.
Okay.
I was raised in Miami, Florida.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I was raised here, and I started in 1965. I was ended up playing for the Ink Spots.
Okay, Ink Spots.
Yeah, which during that time, during the 60s, the only group, it was the Ink Spots, the Mills Brothers, and also the Coasters. Those are the three main groups that the other people always loved.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ink Spots.
So, but I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
But what happened is the reason I got to be able to play with them is because my friends was friends of the family with some of the musicians that played for the Ink Spots.
Okay. And the Ink Spots were a big group.
They were famous.
And the Coaster, yeah.
Very famous.
Very famous Coaster.
And they ended up saying, well, hey, Will, since you're one of the best drummers in Miami at that time, because what I would do, all the drummers from high school, from all the high schools in Miami, would come to my house and we would play in the front yard and have a drum battle to see who the best drummer. And we all played every afternoon after we got out of school. All the section leaders would come and play in my yard on 55th Terrace and 14th Avenue. Okay? And we would play, and we would play all the time. After that, in 1969, I decided I wanted to have my own record label. And the only people that had record labels at that time that was black, well, it was a record label here in Miami. Oh yeah, a black record label that was here in Miami. And I said, hey, you know what? I want me a record label. So what I decided to do was I pictured myself as another Barry Gordy or Dick Griffey. Now, Dick Griffey had Solar records with Shalimar. Okay? And Motown had, the Temptations and everybody else. Well, I wanted my own black record label. But of course, I'm 19 years old, don't know what the hell I'm doing. So what I do, all the money that I made, I put it in my records. In 1969 and lost it all. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the business. I knew how to go in the studio, which I had learned that part. But I went in the studio and what happened, those white folk took my money. Y'all got it on camera.
You got it on camera?
Yeah. They took my money. And I'm still mad.
I'm still mad after 1965.
But in 65. 69 when they took it. But anyway, even though they did that, in 1972, I got my first record deal. In 1972. I got my first record deal. Yeah.
So in 1972, when I got my first record deal, we ended up putting out an album, and we had about 9 hit records on that album.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, from 1972 to 1976.
Okay.
But in 1976, I had learned enough about the music business to understand where my money was going. So all the money that we had made on our royalties, the label took our money and they was paying another. They were using our money to promote another group.
Oh, wow.
With our royalty money. Wow. They promoted another group with our money. Yeah. Wow. But I only found that out in 1976.
Okay.
But when they took our money like that and did that to us, we asked for a release from the label. So when we got the release from the label, the company, they released us, but the condition was, back then, because the copyright laws has changed, that's why you have to know the business. The copyright laws that's changed in 1976 meant that you had to be 25 years later, you can get the rights back to your songs, but you had to wait 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So after 25, well, now it's 35 years.
Okay.
It was 25 years back then, but now you got to wait 35 years. Yeah. But so what happened now, after we waited, we did that. That didn't mean we stopped recording. That just meant that what happened is in 1979, we decided we were going to start our record label. My wife and I, we decided we were going to start our own record label again. We're going to try it again. This time I had a wife that had a master's degree in business and a BS in accounting.
Okay, wow.
Okay, so then I knew that I ain't gonna lose my money.
You got somebody
Cause she could count. Yeah, I couldn't count it. I was spending it. But anyway, so in 1980, I made a move that a lot of people are gonna say, "How in the heck you do that?" Well, what I did was we went back to the same label that dropped us.
Okay.
We went back to the same label that dropped us, and we had so many hit records till they wanted us back anyway. So we recorded one song. That one song was in 1980 when the crack epidemic hit. And the song that we made was Free Bass, All Over Your Face. All you got to do is put it in a pipe when you fire it up, make it feel real fine. Free Bass, All Over Your Face. Okay, so that's the song we did, and that song, boom, it blew up. The song.
Whole lot of preparation.
Yeah,
a little bit of opportunity.
Yeah, the song blew up. The song blew up. I mean, it really blew up, and when it got big, we toured off of that song for a year.
Okay.
Then I told the label, I said, we want to release again. So I asked for another release. We done made money now, so we done learned the business now. So in 1982, we recorded a song on our own label, and we recorded a song called After Loving You. And so after we put that song out, we put it out, and it ended up going international, and it got real big. And so what we decided to do, Pat Benatar, I don't know if y'all heard of her.
Benatar,
yeah, but Pat Benatar contacted us, and she said, "We'll give you $500,000 for that song." So we thought it was bullshit. Excuse me. But that's what we thought it was.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
But every week, the money, they sent us something every week, but the money kept getting lower and lower and lower. So once it got down to $100,000, we said, "Oh, wait a minute, we better get this." So we got it. We cut the deal for $100,000, and that was the first time that we got $100,000 upfront money that we got $100,000 just for licensing that song. So we got that in 1983. Okay. So, but the funny thing about that, all three groups had the same musicians, just different names. We named.
You changed the face, man.
We changed the name of the groups, but it was the same musicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Repackage that thing.
Well, you
man.
have
Put
to
it back on
learn.
the
Yeah,
shelf.
but you learn. So we ended up changing that, and during that time, I mean, we was really, and I can tell you something. Mr. Baltimore here, I know he remember Raw Soul Express.
Yes.
There you go. They couldn't help it because we had some hit records.
Are you recording or what?
Yeah, we recording.
Well, there was so much music
Yeah.
that came out of Miami
Yeah.
prior to what y'all call the bass music day.
Yeah.
Okay. There was music coming out of Miami 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
And some of the bigger companies
Mm-hmm.
in Miami-Dade County, you had a portion of that criteria.
Yeah.
Which was big. Then you had TK.
Yeah.
Which Will just mentioned that you had so many different label names.
Yeah.
And then you had that Miami sound that was kind of unique.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that was with a lot of the Bahamian influence.
Yeah.
And then after 1980, after you had some
Yeah.
problems in Jamaica politically, then you had that southern bass sound come in, that Miami
Mm-hmm.
bass sound come in. And then, of course, in the early 80s,
Yeah.
with the younger folks, with Luke, Benji, Matt Obama,
Yeah.
DJ sound
systems.
that revolutionized that whole Miami sound.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of the radio spectrum, you had WNBM,
Yeah.
had WFUN,
Right.
and Days, and you had
RBD.
WRBD,
Yeah.
Soul
Mhm.
Star 99,
Right.
you had WPOM in Palm Beach,
Yeah.
RBW, and you had Sugar 900.
Mm-hmm.
The whole South Florida influence, it changed the music.
And they were playing our music.
That's why the BG,
Yeah.
everybody moved to
That's
South
right.
Florida, because
Yeah.
our radio thing, they want to put
Right.
others, like when Tanner was here, they play stuff that was in the charts.
Mm-hmm. But what?
ER, and
Yeah.
they just played stuff.
Yeah.
They said, well, we just gonna play music.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing? Mm-hmm. What we ended up doing after that, after we did that, after we got that deal worked out, we started just promoting shows. So we promoted the OJs, we promoted Lakeside, we promoted the Deal. I mean, Luther Vandross, everybody you can name, Gladys Knight and the Phipps. I mean, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when we finished, we didn't finish. We kept promoting. So yeah, I'm promoting to this day. Yeah, I got something going on. I got a jazz series that I'm getting ready to do now.
Tell us about
And the jazz series is going to be dealing with. I have to look at this because at my age now, I can't remember all this stuff.
That's why you have a team.
Yeah,
Remember.
but I got Bonnie James.
Okay.
I got
sax player.
Yeah, and I got but I also got Najee and Regina Bell,
Okay.
and I got Will Downings,
Okay.
and I got Dave Cars. So I'm doing a what you would call a jazz series, and it's gonna be starting in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, that's where we're gonna start it at, in Charlotte, North Carolina. Later on, if everything is working the way God see it and say, okay, Will, you could do it, I'm gonna do the Temptations with Otis Williams, and I'm gonna do the Four Tops and the Detroit Emeralds. Okay, and we're gonna do that at the University of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, there at the event
understand.
center down there.
The wealth of knowledge coming out of here, man. Just one more thing, man. All right, so sitting here, I've had the opportunity to talk with Mr. Covington for in a little bit of length, man. What is it like to have a Grammy I'm ready to fan out, man. I know. He told me earlier that people just kind of like want to shake his hand because he got the Grammy. What is it like having that Grammy, man, walking about this earth, and not just putting yourself in the music part. You didn't just say I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna just play drums. You said
No.
I'm gonna own some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna promote shows.
Right.
My money gonna come to me in different ways.
Yeah.
It ain't just coming this
Yeah.
way. But that Grammy part I want to know about, man. Tell us about your Grammy, man.
Well, let me tell you what happened with that. In 1984, we recorded this album. And when I recorded this album in 1984, I recorded the album. I was B.B. King's drummer. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I was B.B. King's drummer, but I was the studio drummer, not the show drummer.
Okay.
So I played in the studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is technically better because
Right. Yeah. Oh, you can't make no mistake in the studio.
No.
So I was the studio drummer, but let me tell you how that happened. What happened is, my wife and I, we own a studio. We own our own studio right here in Miami.
Yes, sir.
And and the Shirelles. I don't know if you know who the Shirelles are. Okay, the Shirelles. Now, the Shirelles, Luther Dixon, who produced the Shirelles, was a good friend of mine. Then Dave Crawford, who produced Candy Staten. He was my friend too. So what they asked me to do, they asked me to let them use the studio, but they didn't have no money. So I said, okay. They my friends, man. We own the studio, but I want you to use it free. You use it. I got you. So I said, go ahead, man. Y'all do what y'all want to do. So they went back there in the back and they did something, and then they finished doing it. Then they came up to the front, and they said, Will, they said, we're going to pay you, but we can't pay you now. I said, okay. What the hell, I ain't thinking about no money, man. So they went on and they left. And the next year, they came back and they said, Will, they said, B.B. King is over at the studio waiting on you. I said, waiting on me? They said, yeah, he over there on the studio waiting on you to come play for him, to be his drummer. I said, come over there to wait on me. They said, yeah, he's over there. So I go to the studio, and sure enough, B.B. King is in there sitting on the sofa waiting on me to come in there. So I'm like, damn. So he said, you will? I said, yeah. He said, well, show me what you got. Show me what you could do. I said, okay. But first of all, the business was taken care of because I belong to the American Federation of Musicians. So I wasn't going into that studio and get $50. I was going in there and get the real rate that you're supposed to get as a professional musician playing in a studio, getting a studio rate. So when I went in with the paperwork to give to the studio. So they couldn't, they couldn't give me, a lot of guys, a lot of musicians, they so happy to play till they $50. They give them $50, but the company done made $1 million off of the music. But so that was the first time that I ever made $3,000 in one day. Mm-hmm. Nice. So that was, it was nice. So that was good. So the next thing I know, they called me up and they said, Will, you guys got nominated for a Grammy. Okay. I said, what? They said, y'all got nominated for a Grammy. I said, nominated for a Grammy? They said, yeah. I say, what? They say, well, y'all got the best blues album of the year and best blues song for the year. So we got nominated for two. Yeah. But we didn't get but one. Yeah. Okay. I got one. They might have got, he might have got two. Yeah. But I got one. And I got that. And so when they called us and said, come to Los Angeles, this is what we want you to do, and blah, 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 blah. We paying for this, we paying for that, blah, 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 blah. Hey man, it was good. But didn't respect it
Mm.
because I had got so many awards already. Till the Grammy just seemed like it was just another damn piece of milk.
Mm.
But it has so much, man, so much impact on it. Listen, but it got more than impact because did you know? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen anybody take the Grammy and show it off?
Not like that. No.
You know why?
Mm.
Because we got rules and regulations for that when you get one. You can't. I can't take that Grammy and bring it in here and let you hold it.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This sounds like some Ferrari type stuff.
Exactly.
It
You
is.
gotta own
Yeah.
one before you get
Right.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't
Some
bring.
top stuff. It's
Yeah, I
some
can't
rules and
bring it.
regulations, some
Yeah.
bylaws.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we gotta get it. We gotta get a Grammy down.
Yeah. Yeah.
At
So
least get nominated for one.
So it don't
Let's
work.
do it.
So they can't give it to you. I mean, you can't go out showing off with it and let your friend hold it and take it over to his buddy's house and all. No, you can't do that. No.
Man.
But yeah. But one other thing, if you don't mind,
yes, sir.
and
Yes,
that was
sir.
vinyl. People see a lot of African American people in the music industry got hoodwinked and bamboozled because everybody tell them everything is digital. Well, everything is not digital. It's digital for black folk because we ain't got enough damn sense to know that these white folk are pressing up vinyl, selling it overseas. See, they selling the vinyl overseas, and we want
let them
streams.
tell us
We
these.
screaming, you know.
We trying to get
Oh
these-
man, I got this many
giant
streams.
imaginary numbers.
If you can't get, but if it take 3 streams to make a penny, how many streams you think it's gonna take you to get $100,000? 10 million streams or more. Are you gonna ever get it? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna do that.
Being
It's not gonna happen. You know. So so what I did, I test the market. See, I had been already looking. I look at everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I test the market. So by me testing the market, you know what I do? I said, okay, I'm gonna let this company over in England press up my album. They pressed up the album, but I gave them a contract where they only could sell so many copies.
Mm-hmm.
Once they sell so many copies, they sold the copies in like 3 months. I said, oh, the amount I told them to press up,
Right.
they sold them in like 3 months. They sent me a check for it now at the beginning before they even got the music. Yeah.
So you ain't waiting on those Spotify numbers.
Oh no. That's entirely different.
That's a difference.
So I'm like, okay, shit, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna press this up myself. So Antoine and I, we pressed it up. We went down to Miami, picked them up from the pressing plant, put them out ourselves.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, it's better to make $24 off of one than to make 3 cents.
3 cents off of.
Cause see, it only cost us $5 to press up one, but we were selling them for $24.
So your margins were better.
Yo,
Wait.
course.
you doggone right, yeah. So that's what we end up doing. Mm-hmm. We end up doing that, and that's what happened. But to go even farther to where I am now, what I do now, I synchronize music to movies. Yeah, I do licensing to movies and the TV.
Okay. Nice. You get that automatic money that just comes in as soon as there's royalties coming.
No,
As soon as you get the play, right?
they send a check.
Up front.
A lot of the supervisors send me a check. I done sent checks back.
You can send them back to me. If you
No. I'm talking about. Yeah, I know, but I done sent checks back to the supervisors because I said there ain't enough money.
Okay.
They don't get mad. They understand that I know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah. You got a wife that does accounting, so
Yeah.
she knows how to
Yeah.
calculate.
Well, I'm not gonna. If I got a song and I can get $2,500 for 14 seconds,
Yeah.
Why in the hell would I give you 10 songs for $10,000?
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Look, y'all do the math, man.
Exactly.
Y'all do the math, man. It's simple.
Saying?
It's common
Yeah.
sense out here, y'all. Look, this. Look, I know y'all probably looking at this like, oh man, this has been going on a little while. If you don't know what's going on this video right now, the wealth of knowledge that we just been bestowed upon us, man.
Exactly.
I mean, first of all, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We're honored.
We appreciate it. We honor you.
No
right
problem. But let me say one more thing, and then I'm through.
You like one of them preachers, you know them preachers who said he going.
Oh yeah, but
wrap up again.
but what I want to say is that because of the autism
Yeah, that's what we're here.
is the reason I came here,
Yes.
because we have a summer camp,
Okay.
and at the summer camp we have a camp that we deal with kids. At the summer camp we have had kids that had autism, and they end up doing music and began to be so much of a perfectionist in the music, doing the music. The other situations that they have is different, but when they get to playing the piano or get to playing the guitar or something, their minds change.
Zoned in.
They get zoned in on that, and they end up doing it great. But the other thing is that if it wouldn't have been for my nephew, I wouldn't be here. A-Stone. If it wouldn't be for him, I wouldn't have came. Because my wife is in Rochester, New York now at a concert, and that's where I suppose I've been with her.
Oh, wow, man, that's
Look,
a blessing.
man.
And I said, I had told Al that I was coming down here to be with him, to do his thing, before we got the information for the concert up there.
Yeah.
So I told him I wouldn't change it. You know, I wouldn't cancel this to go up there, even though I probably can't sleep next week.
Might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Hey man, but when you're a man of your word, the rest of the world moves around for you to do what you need to do.
Oh, it's
And
good.
I thank God for that, man. I thank
Yeah.
God. Man, y'all, you guys know, man.
Yeah.
We're right here
Yeah.
on the Next Level Nation podcast. Y'all check us out, man. Peace.
Okay.